What just happened on Court 11 at the US Open was absolutely unbelievable. In over a decade of watching tennis, I've never seen anything like this before. Jeļena Ostapenko, a former Grand Slam champion, completely lost it in front of thousands of fans and the cameras. Everything, from her composure to her reputation, crumbled in real time. This wasn't just a meltdown, it was a public spectacle that shocked everyone, and the aftermath is still making waves throughout the tennis world. Ostapenko was supposed to be the favorite, but instead, she became the center of one of the most controversial moments in tennis history. But what makes this even crazier is how the rest of the tennis community has reacted. Some are defending her, some are calling her out, and some are left speechless. This is more than just a tantrum. This is a defining moment that has everyone talking, and honestly, we need to break down what went down and why it's rocking the tennis world to its core. The match between Jeļena Ostapenko and Taylor Townsend seemed like any other second-round clash at the US Open, but what was building behind the scenes was anything but ordinary. Ostapenko, a former French Open champion, was expected to cruise through the match, especially with her higher ranking, but from the start, it was clear something was off. Townsend, the unseeded American, was playing inspired tennis, pushing Ostapenko to her limits. Every time Townsend hit a winner, you could see Ostapenko growing more frustrated. And then came the moment that triggered it all. A shot from Townsend clipped the net cord, and instead of the usual tennis etiquette of raising a hand in apology, Townsend just continued to celebrate. To many, it seemed like a minor misstep, but to Ostapenko, it was the final straw. As the match wore on, Ostapenko's body language became more aggressive, and you could see that the pressure was mounting. When the match ended, with Townsend winning 7-5, 6-1, everyone expected the usual post-match handshake at the net. What they got was far from that. Ostapenko, seething with anger, launched into a tirade, telling Townsend she had no class and no education for not apologizing for the net cord shot. The cameras captured every single word, and the crowd was stunned into silence. Ostapenko continued her rant as they walked off the court, leaving Townsend confused and visibly hurt. The crowd began to boo Ostapenko, an unprecedented reaction for a former Grand Slam champion. What shocked everyone more than the outburst itself was the fact that Ostapenko didn't back down. Instead, she doubled down on social media, demanding an apology from Townsend for breaking an unwritten rule of tennis. What happened next was truly remarkable. Despite the emotional onslaught from Ostapenko, Taylor Townsend held her ground with remarkable poise. Instead of retaliating, she chose to remain calm and composed, focusing on her own game. In her post-match interviews, Townsend downplayed the incident, emphasizing that it was just a part of the game and that sometimes players say things in the heat of the moment. She handled the situation with grace, which not only won her respect from her peers but also from the fans watching worldwide. Her ability to stay unshaken in the face of public humiliation is a testament to her mental strength and maturity. And, let's be honest, how many players would have reacted so calmly under those circumstances? The reactions from other players were swift and varied. Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, was among the first to speak up. She reached out to Ostapenko after her match, expressing concern for the Latvian's emotional well-being. Sabalenka acknowledged that Ostapenko was going through some personal struggles and that sometimes those emotions spill over into the game. Naomi Osaka, who has had her own struggles with mental health, also weighed in, reminding the tennis world of the importance of handling pressure in a healthy way. Even Coco Gauff expressed sympathy for both players, stressing the importance of keeping composure on court. But despite these acts of empathy, it was clear that the tennis community was divided. Some supported Ostapenko's frustration, while others were appalled by her outburst. Ostapenko's reaction wasn't just about a net cord shot. This was a woman under immense pressure, and her behavior was symptomatic of a much larger issue within the sport. Ostapenko had been struggling with her form all year. While she had some high points, like winning the Stuttgart Open and performing well in doubles, she had also faced a series of setbacks. Her temper had flared in previous matches, and there had been talk about her attitude on and off the court. But what was most concerning was how this meltdown seemed to come out of nowhere. The frustration had clearly built up over time, and that one moment Townsend's refusal to apologize was the final straw that broke the camel's back. This brings us to a larger issue that tennis has been grappling with for years: the mental toll that the sport takes on its players. Unlike other sports where athletes can rely on teammates for support, tennis is an individual sport. Every victory and every defeat falls squarely on the shoulders of the player. And with the increasing pressure to perform at the highest level, especially in a Grand Slam setting, the mental strain can be overwhelming. For Ostapenko, this wasn't just about losing a match, it was about a series of internal battles that had been quietly raging for months. Mental health has been a growing topic of conversation in professional tennis, and this incident highlighted just how crucial it is to address these issues before they spiral out of control. After the outburst, Ostapenko faced significant backlash. She was criticized by fans and fellow players alike for her unprofessional behavior. In response, she posted a weak apology on social media, claiming that her words were taken out of context and that she only wanted to highlight the importance of tennis etiquette. But the apology felt more like damage control than genuine remorse. Meanwhile, Taylor Townsend continued to shine in the tournament, advancing to the fourth round and earning praise for her maturity. For Ostapenko, this moment might be a turning point in her career. How she responds to this incident will determine whether she can salvage her reputation and move forward with a healthier mindset. After the outburst, Ostapenko faced significant backlash. She was criticized by fans and fellow players alike for her unprofessional behavior. In response, she posted a weak apology on social media, claiming that her words were taken out of context and that she only wanted to highlight the importance of tennis etiquette. But the apology felt more like damage control than genuine remorse. Meanwhile, Taylor Townsend continued to shine in the tournament, advancing to the fourth round and earning praise for her maturity. For Ostapenko, this moment might be a turning point in her career. How she responds to this incident will determine whether she can salvage her reputation and move forward with a healthier mindset. What this incident really underscores is the intense pressure that modern tennis players are under. Social media, the constant spotlight, and the stakes of every match make it harder than ever for players to maintain composure. But this isn't just about one meltdown, it's about how the tennis community as a whole deals with the pressures of the sport. The conversations sparked by Ostapenko's outburst are a wake-up call for everyone involved, from the players to the coaches to the fans. It's time for a more compassionate approach to mental health in tennis, and perhaps Ostapenko's breakdown will serve as the catalyst for change. Looking back, the Ostapenko-Townsend drama will be remembered not just for the emotional breakdown, but for the conversations it sparked about pressure, sportsmanship, and mental health in tennis. Ostapenko's outburst exposed cracks in the sport, while Townsend's graceful handling of the situation showed the strength and resilience required to thrive at the highest level. Tennis, like any sport, is about more than just winning. It's about how players carry themselves under pressure and how they handle the emotional roller coaster that comes with it. As for Ostapenko, the road ahead will be difficult, but if she can learn from this experience and grow mentally, she could come back stronger. For Townsend, this moment might just be the start of a breakthrough in her career. One thing is for sure, the tennis world will be watching both players closely as they move forward, and their actions will speak louder than words.